Okay.
Em!
Huh?
You're here!
What's up, Rick?
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Welcome to Junction City. So
Thanks.
we're in Junction City tonight for Rick Dancer TV because...
I learned something.
What?
Sorry to interrupt you, like you're doing something.
Like you're sorry.
Junction City's named this because of the train junction. They used to come through here.
You are so fast. Did you read the little tag or something?
I just really like trains.
Well, the train track comes right through town, and this used to be the train station, and
Yeah.
that's our location shoot tonight.
That's
I'm not dead. That sounds like something interesting. Here at the Rodeo Steakhouse and Grill. It's located in the old depot in Junction City, and this is Nelson Rosales, the owner. I love this place.
Thanks, Rick.
It has this great, I mean, you feel like you're walking into history in Junction City.
Well, you know, that's one of the things that caught our eye when we first look at the building, the landmark of this building. The old train station has a lot of history. I mean, the way it's sitting over here is just perfect for a restaurant. So, in a steakhouse, hit it right on it.
And you're right next to the railroad track, so you feel like it's that old Junction City thing.
Yeah, you know, the train runs twice a day, and sometimes in the nighttime, it totally feels like you are in a train station when it just go by really quick.
So your specialties, what are you guys special? What's special about it?
You know, we do, and we're well known for the prime rib. We slow cook it to perfections, and every day we serve it 7 days a week.
Oh, wow.
And also the ribs. Our ribs are to die for. Yes, and loose ribs, it melted in your mouth.
Now, I heard good things about your hamburgers as well.
Like I say, you know, we do one which has prime rib, ham, and the burger. I mean, the patty burger is called the Big Bite. It's like this one, and it has several others too, but that one is the number one.
Now, also your bar is really, the bar is just next to the restaurant, part of the train station, and it feels really like you're still sitting in the 1800s.
Yeah, you know, we try to make the bar a complement to the restaurant, a complement of the steak, a complement of the food that we make.
So, I want to try that, some of your food, so we can try your burgers and some of your drinks a little bit later. Is that okay with you?
Perfect, yes.
Okay.
I'll go start making it.
You go start making it, and I'm going to go find Em, and we'll get back to you, okay?
You got it.
All right, thanks, Nelson. See you later.
You.
Yeah,
Bye.
yeah.
Is this?
Can you tell I was a pole dancer?
I think you're doing it wrong, but I don't know.
Oh. I'm Rick Dancer. We're here at the Barnlight talking with Brittany Quick-Warner, the Director of Business Advocacy for the Eugene Chamber of Commerce, and we're going to talk about Mufti today. There's a lot of misconceptions about what it is and what it's not, and the City Council is looking at some possible changes to Mufti, and the downtown businesses are concerned about that.
Yeah, definitely. So Mufti is a multi-unit property tax exemption. So the tool is intended to help encourage multi-unit housing development in areas of the community that we want it in. So in our case, we really want multi-unit housing, apartments and condos in our downtown core. And so Mufti is a tool that we have, an economic development tool to encourage developers to put that housing downtown.
And we have seen great success with that in downtown Eugene.
Yeah, we have. There's some really great buildings that would not have been built without this tool. So the Tate is a great apartment complex in the downtown area. Broadway Place apartments were built with some Mufti, with a Mufti multi-unit tax exemption. Two really good examples of development that worked and it brought people downtown to live so they can work here and shop here, and you know, all the reasons why we deserve and need Mufti.
And the Capstone project was also one that was used Mufti and did end up, and it's very controversial with some people, but it did end up bringing about 1,000 people into downtown Eugene, which is kind of what we've been talking about ever since I've lived in this community, is to get people downtown.
Right, so yeah, so Capstone, kind of whatever opinion you have of how it turned out, it ended up accomplishing what its goal was, and that was bringing thousands of people downtown to live. And the property tax exemption, you know, if if that property would not have been built, it was sitting vacant for 40 years with just a small development on it. So the amount of property taxes that we're going to get out of the capstone development versus what would have or would not have been there before is invaluable to the community. I mean, it's a investment tenfold what we put in there. So I think that the program has its ups and downs, but the new revised program is addressing some of those things. So they've, spent a couple of years looking at it and trying to figure out what didn't go very well and trying to make some adjustments.
So on June the 8th, from 5:30 to 7:30, there's going to be a Mupti Matters public forum at the Barnlight. I love this because it's not at one of the city buildings, it's here at a local business, and this is your chance to say something. So you need to come down to this meeting and voice your opinion and get involved with what's happening, because that's where it's all going to be discussed and make some decisions.
Yeah, I think it's a really good example of like this tool being something that the community is coming behind, right? So it's new people to the conversation, it's young professionals, it's business owners saying, hey, we want people to live downtown, and if this is how we have to make it happen, then let's celebrate this tool for what it is.
It really is a new group of voices, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's really exciting.
All right, Brittany, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Oh, so as you can see, we have a little bit of everything, but most of what we're focusing on is out in Junction City. What I'm going to do is show you a video we created for the TriCounty Chamber of Commerce to try to show people the value of a rural lifestyle. So we made it as one long video. What I'm going to do is split it up with some smaller stories in between, and then so you'll see 3 different sections throughout the entire show. So enjoy. There is something about Oregon's southern Willamette Valley that is calling you.
Carol and I wake up every day and just thank God that we're here.
The wineries, the rivers, the mountains, and the closeness to the Oregon coast are just too irresistible. You know you want to visit or perhaps come and stay.
I hope that what people will come out here to find the kind of what I would call a slice of heaven that this is, and find a place for them to start building their history and building their dreams, because there is opportunity here to do that.
A new job at one of the many growing companies in the area awakens that pioneering spirit in you that stirs more than a dream. It's a desire for change. You are in good company. The Oregon Trail leads many to visit or homestead in what we call the Tri-County Region.
It just changes people's attitudes, and they're not so stressed, and it really is a difference that you'll see.
The cities of Eugene and Springfield make up the second largest metropolitan area in Oregon and are located nearby. But you are looking for a smaller town to plant roots.
I think that the small town lifestyle appeals to people. They don't want to be totally disconnected from a larger city. So this gives them that option that, 15, 20 minutes away, there's a bigger town.
Welcome to the Tri-County Region. 3 communities located just a few miles apart and in 3 different rural Oregon counties. Junction City being the largest of the 3, as of 2014, 5,300 people lived in the city limits. Just a few miles away, nestled along the banks of the Willamette River, is Harrisburg. 3,400 people call this farming community home. Over the river and down the road a bit is Monroe, where 625 people live. Each community has its own identity, its own history, and its own school district.
Smaller schools tend to be more personal, and I think people like that. It's a big factor.
Education is important to Oregonians.
I went to school here, my husband went to school here, my children went to school here, my grandchildren went to school here, and now my great-grandchildren are going to school here. So that tells you how good I think the schools are.
Consistency, exaggerated resistance, exaggerated expression. You can emphasize 3 qualities of a basic pantomime.
But education is more than history and the basics.
Everybody look what Calvin's doing.
Just ask a local teacher.
Rural schools have a lot to offer. For electives, we have a full range of AP classes, as well as so many electives from culinary arts to welding, woods, drafting. I'm starting a computer science class, photography, art, music.
Hi, my name is Justin Doyle. I'm 15 years old. I'm a sophomore from Monroe High School.
Pictures of every graduating class since the school was founded in 1928 still line the hallways of Monroe High School. Community and history are still important here.
Our community is basically all for one and one for all.
That dream of a great education lives on. Involvement and being a part of something special is what brings and keeps families here.
Gentlemen, we do have a sponsor tonight for the feeding of the team, the Cromwell.
If you're in an area like this, it's easier to be yourself because it's more calm and cool and relaxed, and everybody knows everyone, and no one, we just all love each other. I guess you could say that.
That dream of a continuing education is what brought together the business community and local folks in Junction City to create a scholarship program called Education Together. Since its inception in 1988, the group has awarded just under $1 million in scholarships. In 2013-14, just shy of $100,000 was awarded to people in the community who wanted to further their education. Monroe is home to a new library and community center. Funds donated by someone who grew up here, moved away, but whose family never forgot this place.
Have you guys seen the new magazine out on the streets here in Linn County? I love this. It's Linn Monthly. It's in paper boxes and in just places all over where you find other newspapers. What I love about this is it's about the people and the places, events, and different products around the community that make this region such a great place to live. It's why we're all here. It's a lot like what Rick Dancer's trying to do on the TV show. But I love the feel of this, and you look inside, there's gardening articles, different ways to celebrate Earth Day, and this is the last month issue. Just all kinds of a calendar of events. It is such a fun thing, and I love the way when you pick it up, it feels like kind of in between a magazine and a newspaper. You got to check it out. It's locally produced, locally published, and everything in here is local. Linn Monthly. You do not want to miss it if you want to know what's going on around town. The pizza's here. Hurry, hurry.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, whoa! Come look at this. Size matters. That's the biggest one I've ever seen. Look at that.
Oh, I could have told you that. Wow, that is huge.
Wow. Thanks, Mark. But wait, I've got more in the back.
In this car? This little size car?
Thanks, Mark. Hey, thanks for bringing these out here. I really appreciate it. No problem. Em is really hungry tonight.
Whoa.
She can help us out. You know, I love the way the video turned out. I think it's going to be really cool. People are really going to like it. It's just awesome.
Think on firewood.
It's okay. Yeah, no, don't worry about that.
Oh, okay.
You okay? No, she's fine. Don't worry about her, Mark. She's really, Em does this all the time. She's used to eating.
I'm not super
there she
tall.
goes. Okay, good.
Okay.
So anyway, it was really good of you to bring those all the way out here. Em, I'll be in a second.
It was brand new when Cy opened the store in 1978. 50 pounds of flour when we make the dough. It actually makes about 100 pounds of dough. We do this every day. Figure over 37 years, we probably made 13,000 batches of dough or more. It's the foundation of the pizza. Kind of the idea is you're just tightening it, getting the air out. No cracks, no holes in it. So from that 2-pound ball that had about a 6-inch diameter, we're taking it out to about 20 inches. Fresh ingredients. We make our dough, we grate our own cheese, we make our sauce, and I like to think that we make our pizzas with love. All right, that's 21 incher. Size matters.
Neighborhoods are springing up and businesses moving here from bigger cities.
Bigger cities have more taxes and more regulations and harder to get things through and fast enough for us. And we were growing so fast, we need fast.
Growth in our communities is encouraged and supported. Urban growth boundaries are expanding because we know people and businesses like you are moving here. John Strassheim needed to expand his Eugene snack company, but wanted room to grow. So he moved Cosmos Creations to Junction City.
If you were a business wanting to change, I'd say absolutely come here. It's fabulous. You will love it.
And Cosmos Creations continues to grow, groundbreaking on a 107,000 square foot production facility and warehouse just down the street.
We have employees that go to our church and you see them in the shops in town or at the restaurants and run into them. It's just it creates that bond and that family type atmosphere that we like. Well, you wouldn't necessarily get that in a big city.
A new state hospital is opening in our area, bringing with it close to 500 jobs.
So those are not minimum wage jobs necessarily, obviously. You're hiring a lot of professionals. And the people that are going to work there are going to make a pretty decent living wage.
Some of you are looking for a place to live. Some just want to visit, and others want a place to become part of. Here, we have it all.
I want to carve out my space in the world, and this is a great place to do it because of the opportunities here.
Security Monster is a great local Eugene company that's all about service. Contract free, month to month, so we have to perform or you can go somewhere else. Most companies will get you in the really nice low price to start and then lock you into a long contract. And if you actually look over a 3 and 5 year period, even though we're typically more expensive up front, we'll save money in the long run. Month to month, it's a 30-day cancellation and that's it. The wall of shame. Well, a lot of people, Rick, have had the unfortunate opportunity to start with another security company. And so the wall of shame is all of the signs of the companies that we've taken their business and people have seen the light and wanted to come to Security Monster and get real service.
Being diagnosed with cancer changes your life. Having surgeries, you know, I was just focused on getting through it. I didn't understand the extent of it. It's a long journey. You know, I had limited range of motion, and we had to do a lot of manual work, and I had to do a lot of re-educating my body to do what it was doing before.
The doctors are the people that help the patients beat cancer. What we do is we help people get back to living the life that they love.
I had no idea, and I was well informed, but as fantastic as my doctors were, I don't even think they understand what happens after cancer. I don't think you can understand it until you go through it.
You know, we've developed a niche in taking care of cancer patients.
I have never felt so weak and vulnerable my whole life. So to have the physical therapist and the massage therapist and the acupuncturist help me get my strength back, I have no words to describe how grateful I am for that.
I think that in some ways, all of us here went through cancer with Mary.
Now our staff knows how to really help people physically, and we take care of them emotionally too. And that's a pretty great feeling. Physical therapy and all of the other therapies that we offer here have really helped get me back to living the life I love. And that's what we'll do for you.
We live an hour from the rugged Oregon coast and about an hour from the stunning White Peak Mountains we call the Cascades. We are centrally located between two college towns.
You're 30 minutes from a university on either direction, from to the north to Oregon State, south of the University of Oregon. So you have that big city access.
The smell of fresh cut mint or the picturesque harvest of crops is right outside your window. This is a place where a farmer's market is truly historic and located on the farm, just minutes from your home. And at Christmas time, you don't have to go far to find a tree. Tree farms are big business in our neighborhood. Hospitals are close. Good Samaritan in Corvallis and McKinsey-Willamette or Sacred Heart Medical Center in Springfield are within a 30-minute drive. TriCounty is the place to play in the Willamette Valley.
We have two golf courses in this area. We've got Shadow Hills Golf Course, which is a private golf course, and then we have our golf course. Both courses are 18-hole championship length.
The region is heaven to cyclists. Back roads, hills, and valleys with views that make it difficult to keep your eyes on the road. We love our award-winning wineries, and Oregon is famous for its Pinot Noir.
And we looked for 5 years knowing that my wife and I wanted to make Pinot Noir, and any one of the Pinot kids, the Pinot Noir, Pinot Gris, Pinot Blanc, and Pinot Chardonnay. So they're all family of thin-skinned grapes that grow beautifully in this climate.
We love our breweries, and Monroe has its own distillery. 2 major rivers run right through Tri-County, and also numerous tributaries and streams. World-class fishing is just down the road.
Oh, there's one. Nice.
And if you simply want to cool off on a hot summer night,
so we like to come down here and just relax and hang out.
You don't need a fancy swimming pool when Mother Nature provides the best watering hole right in town. We find reasons to get together.
So the Vikings this year again get to do the ribbon cutting ceremony. So sword and
In Junction City, we celebrate heritage with the Scandinavian Festival.
I walked into the valley here in 1974 and fell right into everybody that's native and was accepted right away.
Yeah, that's probably older than I am.
It's about as old-time, old-fashioned as you can get.
There is nothing like the 4th of July in Harrisburg.
Keeps bringing them back. We do it right, they come back the next year. The way the 4th of July should be.
Being in Harrisburg, especially on the 4th, is like jumping into a Jimmy Stewart movie. I expect to wake up and have it all in black and white.
On a summer night, you will find the folding chairs and blankets at the Riverfront Park in Harrisburg for the Tuesday night music in the park get-together.
The reason I like to live in Harrisburg is because it's like a slice of old apple pie.
People here understand your dream.
I'd say if you have something you want to do, come here and find it.
Rural areas, they allow you to be what you want to be. You can fail or you can soar. It's more letting you be whatever you want to be.
You won't be the first pioneer to make their history in these parts.
If you're making a change to get out of the city, to go just personally to a better place to work or better area, rural setting, it's fabulous. There's nothing like it.
And after visiting, we're pretty sure you will not be the last.
You are always, always welcome here. You will always be welcomed by everyone when they find out that's what your goal is.
We're here with Darren Roby from HungryDucks.com. I love what you're doing. We sat down the other day and had a beer and we were talking about what his business is about, and I think it's a cool idea, and I love that you're doing this. You got the idea, it's a delivery service for businesses, and you got this from Colorado.
Yeah, I went to school at the University of Colorado and helped run a similar type of business. It was called Hungry Buffs for the Colorado Buffaloes, and it did really well. So when I graduated college, I came out here looking at grad school, and I thought Eugene would just be the perfect place for this type of business.
So what do you do? I mean, you really are a delivery service then.
Yeah, we do online ordering and delivery for over 40 restaurants around town. So when we first started out, it was really popular with just the college students. We've been kind of branching out since then. So we have over 40 restaurants with tons of different cuisines, tons of different specials. So I like to kind of compare it to an online delivery food court where you're hungry, looking for something to eat. You can come on the website, compare different menus, prices, specials, and then make your decision based on that.
Yeah, because how many times are my wife and I sitting around going, okay, you always think of pizza and you think of Chinese food, but you don't ever think of anything else. It's like, well, where else can we take out? We don't want to just, go and eat dinner. We want to go home. And that's a great idea. You're a food cart. You are the original food cart by card. I don't have to even go home.
Exactly. You got it.
Kathy and I are always looking for new places to go, so we were up in the Shed area. In fact, we're going to show you the Shed Cafe in just a few minutes. But we found a brochure on Thompsons Mill. So we drove a couple of miles out of town and found the most amazing, it's not a state park, it's a state site. But if you have not visited it, you really need to go. The woman there took us down into the dungeons of this big former granary. And, well, here's the video. Watch. Sitting inside the Shed Cafe, we found a little brochure about the Thompsons Mill State Heritage Site, so we went to visit.
We bought it in 2002, and it became a public place in 2007, and was never out of production from the time it was built in 1858.
So why is this so special for Oregon?
It has to do with the pioneering history and the fact that these people were such survivors. And this mill survived, whereas the others have not at all. And it had to do with the owners, the pioneers. And that's what we think is special about it. And it served the local farmers. That's what it was built for, to bring their grain here and to produce flour so that they didn't have to go to Portland. This little family mill would stand up to the test of time because economics changed.
So when did the state buy this?
2002. And it's putting out stuff. It's open every day, but maybe New Year's, Christmas, Thanksgiving, 9 to 4, every day.
And Carolee, what do you like about this place?
The history of it, it's peaceful, it's quiet.
This has to be one of the more unusual state parks.
Well, it's a state heritage site. It's not a park per se, because it's just day use and people who are interested in history. I am personally invested in it because I love the pioneering spirit. I think maybe I was born in the wrong century.
It was Sunday morning. Kathy and I were looking for something different, something out of town, a place we hadn't eaten before. For some reason, I thought of the town of Shed. We looked it up online, found the Shed Cafe, and headed out of town. This is truly an old-fashioned diner, but spruced up a lot. This has been in the hands of farmers for many years, and Al and his business partner have been looking to get this place for a couple of years, and finally it came on the market.
We finally got the Shed Diner after a couple years of trying. We were at Sweet Home. We're looking to put it back to the original diner form.
These buildings used to come as a kit, kind of like a Sears Roebuck house. What Al and his business partner have done is created a place where the food is really good. Fresh cut French fries, hamburgers that are awesome, chef salad. It was only $7 for that. What they're trying to do is bring back that old feel, and we felt it. The people were nice, the neighbors came in. This is truly the culture of Shed and rural Oregon. You don't want to miss this place. And in the summer, they're going to have some really cool events.
We do the roasters every Thursday starting the second week of May. Every Thursday night, there'll be at least 50 to 200 roasters out here renting cars.
So again, Shed Cafe, out in the middle of Shed, just you can't miss it.
We opened up the second week of March, and so this is like our 6th week open.
Shed is located between Tangent and Halsey. If you don't know where that is, you need to get out more.